Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an update video on Fallout 76. That's right, I still play this game. I have a lot of fun doing it still. It's one of my more favorite playing by myself kind of games, and because, you know, I do have friends that are on this game. They're like never actually on, but like when they are, it's great to play with them and make some content with them, but most of the time they are not on, so it's a bit of a solo run still for me. I've been a big fan of still playing this game. I'm a big fan of playing games that have a bad start and they kind of need a recovery point, and Fallout 76 is definitely one of those games that just had a real bad start, and you know what? I'm perfectly okay with just going back into this game and continually playing it over and over again. Just had a big update come out for the game today, which changed a lot of things about the game in a good and bad way, mostly good way. Bad way for me because I was a big hoarder and I had a power armor frame that had like 30 something extra fusion cores in it, and I was banking on that because I'm running out of actual cores now. For a while I was running at 44, now I'm at 19. So it takes up a big chunk of my inventory space, sure, but it's the most important thing for somebody like me who runs around in extractor armor the whole entire time he plays the game, for that extra 100 carry weight. But with that being said, we're not talking about what I want to talk about, basically. We got a big update that came out today on the Fallout 76 game client. It's available for every single console, so it's not just good old PC gamers that are getting the update immediately, as always. This is one where everyone's getting it, and everyone is happy about it. So that being said, let's look at our update today. The big thing that we are looking at is a lot of background changes to power armor and everything about power armor. Basically, a lot of stability changes that help the power armor getting in, getting out animation, so on and so forth like that, a lot easier to do in comparison to how it used to be, which was sometimes quite buggy. If you got into your power armor, you got stuck sometimes in your own power armor station when trying to edit it. Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore, supposedly. You know how most of these games are. There's always that, they talk about it and, like, they're glad that there's this change that happened, but it might not have actually happened. So far, I have yet to see the problem occurring. So I'm happy about that one. So, big changes basically at all to Fallout armor, power armor. If you were in a power armor beforehand, or you had power armor in your stash, you were sent to the nearest train station to end up putting all your power armor back on your chassis that you might have had. Or for me, definitely chassis. I had a lot of chassis, let me tell you. So basically, the big thing about this update was that it appealed to the low-level players. Like, it was a low-level player kind of update that focused around trying to bring back new players to the game, despite the fact that the game already has a pretty decent amount of newer players. But just enough to bring back new players and make them in a little bit happier position. The big thing about this update, just basically reset a lot of zones to make it to where the zones are a lot less crowded, in the sense of, like, the minions are a lot easier to kill and everything's a lot easier to find, and low-level players can do low-level stuff in low-level zones in comparison to the low-level zones still escalating at your base level percentage. And the AoE base level percentages have been changed as well. This is kind of sucky because that was a 3-star, and even a 3-star would have gotten me like 15 extra scrap. So that's a little bit of a disappointment, but we'll have to move on from there. The Feral Ghoul one already disappeared too. That's nifty. That was in the mountains. So overall, it seems like it was a pretty good update. I have yet to see the surface of the thing be fixed. So basically, if you're not level 25 yet in this game, you get free caps travel, and you don't get immediately punished for throwing down your camp and not being able to then place your camp at a different location. A lot of big, small things for the newer players. And I'm glad, you know, I'm glad they're trying to make some updates to make it to where it appeals to the newer players coming into the game, and not exactly just getting cucked almost immediately as soon as they get into the game and seeing that that one change could actually just screw them up. So Big patch, basically, appealing to a lot of the new players. Another thing that I do want to point out is that the Atomic Shop did get a big facelift in comparison to how it's been in the past. Now we have actual selectable themes up in the top screen now, which will show us exactly what's going on within that period of time. As you can see, the Cult of the Mothman stuff is still here, and a lot of the 4th of July stuff as well. The Open for Business, which basically is just you showing out how open for business you actually are when it comes to your good old, what's it called, your store at your house. And next is the Green Thumb one, which is one that I actually like a lot because there was this Power Armor suit that came out called the Liberty Prime suit. And I gotta tell you, I was sold instantly as soon as I saw this picture, and I'm like, yeah, this is the Power Armor I'm gonna run around in, because it's available for all Power Armor suits. So Excavator all the way up to the Exo-1. You'll be able to slow that bad boy down on there. And the next one I'll probably try to obtain while it's here within the 6 days, which, judging by my 610 atom points, I ain't getting there. So there's a nice greenhouse bundle here that will be undoubtedly disappearing after a period of time, where the Liberty Prime Power Armor suit was not, probably. Another thing was the Cat Topiary is free, but we have a new base line of repair kits. That's right, so we have the 15 stack repair kits, but now we have the scrap kit. And what this bad boy does basically makes it to where if you can't make it back to your camp, you can scrap all your junk and it'll send it directly to your stash. So just another little thing that, you know, despite Bethesda saying that there's no pay-to-win stuff in this game, it can't be used in Nuclear Winter is a big thing. I think the repair kits can actually be used in Nuclear... Oh, they can't. Okay, well, then it doesn't really matter. Overall, though, still kind of pay to win if you play the PvP version of this, while I play the PvE version of this. So the big thing about this, though, is that when you unlock it, it unlocks it for your primary character, of which you are chosen at the moment. I only have one character, and that's good old Party Petey, this bad boy right here. But, yeah, so the new faceless to the Atomic Shop, as well as the new item that kind of still basically says that Bethesda still is making the game slightly pay to win, or pay to, not really pay to win, but pay to just succeed and not really ever have a problem. So, but overall, it seems like the game facelift update has been pretty nice. A lot of small changes to looting and so on and so forth, like Deathclaws actually drop Deathclaw hide, and acid drops from cave crickets as well. A lot of combat stuff as well, but the big thing is that it's just all of the new players, so it appeals to all the new players, basically. Big thing is that redeploying a camp will no longer basically instantly punish you. Challenges for many early game challenges will be reworked, making it to where you can actually get them in the early levels in comparison to now. You can't get a disease unless you're level 15 and above. Some difficulties for heroes or enemies have been adjusted, and then a bunch of zones have been adjusted for difficulty-based wise. Fast traveling won't cost any caps. Or no, it's been severely reduced up to level 25. Afterwards, then it's basically normal. And then a lot of Nuclear Winter changes, which if we want to, we'll cover in a different sort of update video. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there's not really too much else going on in this game so far. I've yet to even do the dungeon myself, so we'll have to figure out what exactly we're missing in this game, and other than, you know, friends to play with, because like I said, I'm one of the few people in my friend group that still play this game, and you know, it gets pretty boring after a while. But I'm a big fan of games that will eventually make themselves better again and resurface them up from the bottom to the top. Excluding Anthem, do not expect me to go into Anthem and try to make Anthem better, because it's got a long ways to go. But I hope you guys enjoy. This is one of our first videos that is part of the installment of me slowing down the Dota content, or at least putting in some more content that isn't just Dota. So overall, we're trying to reach into trying to make more videos that aren't just Dota. And I feel like, you know, I play a lot of other games. I should make videos on those. And this is one of those games. So I hope you enjoyed the update video. We'll try to make it a little bit more executed and well prepared for the next ones. Because as always, I always jump into these videos with hand and heart. And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to do these videos. It's going to be no problem whatsoever. And then I always forget about what I'm going to talk about. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the update video of Fallout 76. Like I said, this is a game that I still play quite a bit in my spare time, so most likely we'll be seeing a few updates videos and some other random 76 content videos throughout the remainder of this year, as well as a few other videos from a few other games. We'll be streaming, I believe, some Risk of Rain on tomorrow, which is Wednesday, because this video should be going out today on Tuesday, the 16th. I know the #1 rule on YouTube is to not date your videos, but since I was talking about the Fallout patch, I imagine it's kind of hard not to date the video because the Fallout patch specifically said it was going to come out today on the 16th, on Tuesday. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will be back with more video game actions. Party Petey, signing off. Hey, boys and girls, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to stick around. We'll have more stuff like this in the future. And for those of you who might have been watching, if this is a Dota video, then yeah, we'll have a lot more Dota in the future. But thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time for some more video gaming action. It's Party Petey, signing off.